Greetings, this is NobleKale for NobleKale.com. I've got here a alpha version of a game called Cloaks and Spells, and it's by Ian Sean Menzies, and I'll put all of his contact details on the video description. And you can also find this game on IndieDB, and there's a Tumblr for a devlog. Basically, Cloaks and Spells is a side-scrolling platformer. It first came to my attention when Worthless Bums, the dev for Steam Marines, sent me over a link, and I basically said, hey, that looks kind of like what I intended Arnthak's predecessor to be. And poking around, and I really do enjoy the look of it. So let's head on in. It basically starts up in full screen mode, but you can set it into a windowed mode, which is what I've got here. It's also got a bit of music that kicks in when the game's actually in play. So this is the main menu. As always, let's have a bit of a chat about that. You can't see my mouse cursor, unfortunately, so we're just going to have to imagine that I'm pointing at various things. You've got the options of start a game, load a game, options, credits and exit, and a vote on Steam Greenlight, which I think is actually a phenomenally good idea. It also indicates that this is version 0.70, and it's the 9th of October. So that's when I've picked this one up. I picked it up on Desura. It's actually 50% off at the moment, which I think is a pretty great deal. Just going to show you the options menu because it's really caught my eye. Okay, here's what we've got here in the options. It gives me keyboard or gamepad, Xbox. I have got an Xbox 360 controller here, but I haven't tried it out. It also gives me difficulty, and it actually explains what that difficulty is, which is no save points, casual, frequent save points, or challenging, regular save points for normal mode. Gives me the option of full screen, and it also gives me the option of music on. I would prefer a volume level, not necessarily a click to slide kind of control, but a up and down would generally be preferable. And I also noticed that while it's got music on and off, it doesn't necessarily mean sound effects on and off. I'm not sure. Yes, so I've just set music to off, and I've still got beeps. So that's something else that probably needs to be added on there. Otherwise, what I'm really liking is this bit up here, right? In that it tells me what each of the difficulty breakdowns is. So that's phenomenally good. And I also like this. So if I go to keyboard, it is worth noting though that one downside I see is there's no way back from this screen. So the only way to get out of the options menu is actually to select keyboard or gamepad. Okay, so I select keyboard. I get the option to change my controls, or I get to set default controls. What it also shows is that you have Q, A and Z all perform the attack function. W, S and X perform the special function, and E, D, C all and space all perform the jump function, and then you've got 3 different buttons for action. I think that's phenomenal. I really do like the idea of that. I like the idea of having custom controls. I like the idea of having a stream of keys for each control. I think that's a really good option, and so well done on that one. So I just have to confirm my controls. I'm just going to stick with the default controls. You'll see me screw up a bit. That's because I've only played this for about 2 minutes when I first got it, and I said yes, I like it. So we're just going to start from scratch. Here's this music. I like it. I'm not sure whether I find it to be a phenomenal fit, but I think that it works well enough. Okay, so I start off, and this is something that I did kind of enjoy. I start off in obviously a cell, and I get a bit of dialogue that explains that I need to get out of here, but how? And then it says hold Shift, Control or Alt to move objects. I haven't tested whether that adapts when I've got custom controls or not, but either way. Okay, so what I like is that if I jump over here, I see that the old portcullis raises, but I can't get down there fast enough, so it's pretty clear I've got to do something with this box, and that's what I'm doing now. You can also raise it. Seems like it's Mystic Hands because he can raise it pretty high. Either way. Okay, doors open automatically. I can't go into... There's a good distinction between background and foreground here using the slightly darker colours. That's a background door and I can't go through it. These are foreground stairs and these are background walls, so that's all fine and pretty normal. Okay, I find that the jumping is reasonable, although I have difficulty gauging distances that I'm going to sort of travel. I like the fact that the vine seems to be in the foreground here, so that's nice. That's just a nice little graphics tidbit. I kind of feel like I should be able to make that jump, but that's just me. Okay, so obviously I can't go through here. The ladders are a bit awkward in that I was watching an Arnthac video the other day from way back when, and it was when I hadn't actually had the players centering on a ladder. So you end up in Cloaks and Spells, you end up with that sort of situation where you're halfway up across a ladder and I can't get up it until I sort of center in it a bit better. So maybe some adjustments required there. I wonder if I can... That's sort of teasing me into thinking I can go that way. Okay. I do feel that the foreground for these wooden floors, it's a bit not as distinguishable as the foreground background for the stone walls. Okay. I love the design of the stained glass windows and the torches. Torches are fantastic. Okay, and the player character tells me that I can now defend myself with the A key. Rockin'. And also that comes up with a little press control to activate, so again that's telling me the keys. While I do like the idea of it, I hope that it won't sort of persist for too long, otherwise it's going to get annoying. Oh. It looks like it's sort of this timing based combat, and I don't mind the idea of that. In that, you know, I got in there and I smashed him, and then he went into sort of this defensey... Yeah, there you go, he has a defense stance. I also notice I'm picking up these blue squiggles which seem to be filling up this gauge at the top. And that's my spell gauge. So that's cool. That looks like a shield. Fireball. It's grey because I can't cast it, I suspect. Okay, another portcullis-y thing. Perfect. Okay, I'll store this potion in my inventory. Press escape, and yeah, okay. The selected item is white, and all the other items are grey in border. I don't feel that that stands out enough. I'd rather it was, I don't know, even green or red or something like that. I know it doesn't quite suit, but the white on versus the dark grey, it's not popping out at me enough. So I've got my blood red potion. I've also got the Ankh, which is the key of life, so obviously that's going to give me 5 lives. Flame of Hell, this spell engulfs a nearby monster in flames, burning it to ashes. Fantastic. Requires 4 mana, and that's why I can't cast it yet. Fireball, 1 damage. And a shield spell. I like the fact that it tells me how much mana it's going to consume, and mana is in discrete units. Entangled Roots. This spell roots the closest target in place for a short period of time, which I guess allows me to sort of close in and smack the crap out of them with the Morning Star or Flail or Mace, whatever you're going to tell me it's called. Okay, I get to reset the controls from here again, get to close the invent or quit the game. Noticing there's no save option. Okay, and I come up against these, and because it's basically linear, in that there's no divergent paths so far, it seems to me that it's pretty obvious I have to hit this. Although I seem to be trying to use items on it. Alright, so I can clearly smash them. This looks like a jump up kind of problem. Alright. And here we go. It's saying press Control to open. So, there we go. I love that little animation. Okay, I like the lantern. I think that's pretty good. Guys in cages. The mummy is controlling this switch. Ah, a mana fountain. I can refill my mana here. Select an arm spells. Okay, so it's basically saying here you can refill to full. And then it reminds me of how to use my actual spells, so that's pretty cool. Just going to use one of them. The mana fountain, I feel, it's the dull grey of the background. I think that it should be a bit more prominent. I think that that would really work out for us here. Okay, it seems like the game doesn't quite like it when you Alt-Tab and then click back into the screen. It doesn't respect windowed mode so much. So we've just come back from a little bit of editing there. Otherwise you got to see the wonderful mess that is my desktop. Okay, so I'm seeing some interesting things going on here. In that there's the mana fountain, and I can't quite get into this area. But this mummy is turning the portcullis on and off, so perhaps I can use that entangle spell. Yep. And we want to use it when he's let the portcullis up. Yes, perfection. Haha. I just shot him. Excellent. Excellent. I'm going to try and top up as well while I'm here. Alright. Press Control to save. Ow! You are a devious bastard. I noticed that when I played through the first time, but I forgot about it here. Let's see if I can smash these up. No, not quite. Alright. This looks like a timing puzzle, or challenge at least. Ah! There's a fireball thing at the bottom. There's another Ankh. So there's another life for Kale. Ow. Not quite so great. Okay, so here I see that my flick of the switch actually triggered the fireball, not the portcullis. The fireball hit the red square, which then triggered the portcullis. So that tells me that what I basically need to do here, which is the fireball gets released, I have to jump and get out. Cool. Okay. And again, this is that slightly awkward. The brown for the foreground, I don't think that there's much that can be done about it, but it's not really working that well for me. Okay, so what have we got here? Very clearly, if I step on this button, it's going to shoot me in the face. Hopefully I can jump over it. Yes. Don't be an idiot, don't trigger it, don't trigger it. Okay, that's allowing me to be greedy or stupid, and I'm not going to fall for that. So, well played, but no. Ah. Ow, that's me fudging the controls. Not the game, that's my fault. Yes. Alright. Let's see if there's anything hiding behind these crates. No, I can't interact with them, which is odd. It sort of seems to contradict everything that I've learned, which is that crates can be moved. So that's a little bit something there. Okay, looks like an enemy mage. Time to go up there and kick his ass. But I like this option even better. Wonder what's going on. Ah, I can move these. Yes. Okay, so standing on them and triggering them slightly. Oh, yes. Okay, that gets the gate open. I wonder if I can kill him somehow. Yeah, that'll do. Ow. That's me again with the controls. My bad. I'm just going to pass on that one. These eyes look very ominous, as if I'm totally going to get hit. But no. Donk. Okay, what are we looking at here? Ah, yes. Oh, that's gonna be kind of arsey, but okay. The other ones, I was able to rotate them. This one doesn't seem to want to do it. I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, this is going to be odd. Okay, so shift it was a bit inconsistent. It was a bit weird. Let's just forget that ever happened. Alright, so here's the deal. I've got to shoot the fireball into the mirror, down, watch it turn around, and then trigger. Perfect. And we're done. This is starting to get a bit tricky. I'm going to embarrass myself on stream, and I'm going to have to sort of say no. That's the fireball. I am actually going to pass there because otherwise I'm going to take a few minutes to sort this out. Anyway, so that was Cloaks and Spells, and I'll put all of the contact information down the description, but you should totally go and check that out. It's available on Desura as an alpha, and at the moment it's $6.49. It's 50% off. Just go check it out, it's fantastic. The official webpage is cloaksandspells.com. Anyway, so please forgive that little bit of music jarring in case it did. I had to edit it again. Anyway, so this was Cloaks and Spells by Ian Sean Menzies, and this is NobleKale from NobleKale.com. I will see you at the next game. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.